Why is macroeconomic equilibrium confusing? A Macroecon guide. Imagine trying to balance a seesaw with many different people jumping on and off at unpredictable times. That's a bit like understanding macroeconomic equilibrium. It's a tricky idea because it involves so many moving parts. When we talk about macroeconomic equilibrium, we mean a point where the total demand for goods and services in the economy matches the total supply. But here's the catch. This balance isn't fixed. It shifts all the time because of changes in prices, wages, government policies, and even outside shocks like global events. One reason it feels confusing is because of the difference between short-term and long-term equilibrium. In the short run, the economy might be in a temporary balance where demand equals supply at current prices and wages. But this might not mean everyone who wants a job has one, or that the economy is operating at its full potential. Wages and prices tend to be sticky or slow to change, so the short-term equilibrium can be quite different from the long-term picture. Over time, prices and wages adjust, and the economy moves toward a new equilibrium where it operates at its full capacity. This transition can be complex and slow, making it hard to predict exactly how the economy will settle. Now think about the demand and supply curves. The aggregate demand curve shows how much households, businesses, the government, and foreign buyers want to buy at different price levels. The short-run aggregate supply curve shows how much producers are willing to supply at those same prices, assuming some wages and prices stay fixed. The long-run aggregate supply curve is vertical, representing the maximum amount the economy can produce when everything is working at full capacity. When demand shifts or supply changes due to policies, technology, or shocks, the equilibrium point moves. These shifts can create confusion because it's not always clear how the economy will respond or where it will settle. Another confusing part is price and wage rigidity. Prices and wages don't always change quickly when demand drops or rises. This can cause temporary problems like unemployment or inflation. The economy can get stuck in a short-term equilibrium that isn't ideal, which makes it harder to predict what will happen next or how policies will work. Business cycles add to the confusion. The economy naturally expands and contracts over time, moving away from equilibrium. During a recession, output is below potential, and during a boom, it exceeds it. These fluctuations create gaps that make understanding the true state of the economy more complicated. Expectations also play a role. If people expect prices to rise, they might change their spending and saving habits, which shifts demand and supply. Governments and central banks try to influence the economy through policies that shift these curves. But timing, scale, and how people respond can make these effects unpredictable. Finally, macroeconomic equilibrium is more of a theoretical target than a permanent state. The economy is always adjusting due to internal factors like productivity and external factors like international trade. Because of all these moving parts, it's no wonder that grasping macroeconomic equilibrium can feel confusing. It's a constantly changing picture, and understanding it requires keeping track of many different factors working together over time.